you doing, folks? This is Joel from the IO Digital Development Team. And as promised, today we're doing this live update. Every time I got to do this updates, guys, I just get probably too excited. So bear with me. Passion is going to blow right through this microphone this afternoon. So let's get right to it, guys. We had a bucket list that we were talking about. And in that bucket list, we said that there was, I think there was like about 6 items that we needed to do before we called the block. And we wanted to go ahead and discuss this with you guys this afternoon. One of the updates that we were talking about, guys, was the checkbox that we need to add to our wallet. That checkbox that we were going to add to the wallet, as we started to talk about how we were going to go about allowing people to either upload public data or, in other words, private data, we had a little bit of a discussion and a pause. Reason being is because, as you all know, when you allow users to possibly store documents in a blockchain, there could be a possibility where we get some people that may want to upload some documents that just unfortunately are not, let's say, by all means legal. So we had to put some thought into this. And the dev team, at the end of the day, what we decided to do was to basically change around the structure. So that way we don't have to possibly have these documents that are public that could potentially be illegal and people synchronizing the blockchain. So the dev team had a closed meeting and we deliberated on the matter. And what's going to happen is basically, and I'm going to read off here, we have to visit this part of our bucket list to do. And then we did away with the encrypted box check that we were going to do. And as you all know, Dions has the capability of storing public documents, which anybody with a public alias could upload and even point back to the chain. In looking at this possibility more carefully, and in order to avoid any possible misuse of this by illegal content of all sorts, right? We had to make some changes on how we went about data storage. Instead of adding a checkbox and giving the user the ability to keep the doc public, we have now limited data storage to only encrypted aliases. Encrypted aliases will be the only ones to have the ability to store documents, and they will be automatically encrypted via AES-256 at upload and decrypted at download. Any document that could be plainly viewed is now blocked, and therefore ending the controversial possibility of having illegal content being displayed publicly. All files would need decryption keys, and the data would only point back to the private key holder. With this move, we will further discourage anyone from uploading possible illegal content. All docs synced within the IO Digital blockchain platform will be encrypted and therefore obscured to all nodes. The changes are in place. We're currently testing as we speak. And we also have some changes to the UI that we had to do for handling the data storage and buttons. So at the end of the day, we did away with the checkbox and we basically changed how it all handled. By doing this, guys, we're not going to have somebody just uploading anything publicly and then linking it back to the blockchain, as we said. So basically, let me explain to you how this is going to work. When you have your wallet, you're going to be able to encrypt your alias. I'm going to try to see if I can upload the content a little bit later. But you're going to be able to encrypt your alias as you register your alias. And therefore, you can choose any name, any document name. That document will be private. That name will be private to your wallet, to your private keys. And you're going to be able to upload that document. And that document, as it uploads into the blockchain, is going to be compressed and is going to be encrypted, AES-256. At any moment that you want to download the document, you simply go into your wallet and you download the document for yourself at any time, wherever you feel that is the right time that you want to download. You can also, since you have your private alias, you can also transfer it to another user. It could be that you want to send it to your legal counsel. It could be that you want to send it to your record company as a copyright. So and these are just examples. Maybe two users have a contract for gold, have a contract, where they want to, exchange some type of valuable item, and therefore can upload that document, that contract, and then send it to somebody else. That contract will at all times be encrypted. It won't be viewable by anybody in the blockchain, only by the private key holder. So that's very important that we talk about that. When we start looking at other blockchains, and I don't want to name all of them because you guys know that we don't focus on third party, but there's obviously Filecoin, and we have out there, I think it's Factom. They use a mechanism to basically they got the header of the document. They don't necessarily store the actual document in the blockchain. For us, we are storing the document in the blockchain. There is no possibility for loss of that contract. So, but if you have that contract and you want to back it up, you can back up that contract into our blockchain, and at any time, as long as you have your private keys, if you were to lose your wallet, but as long as you have your, as we call it, atomic keys, which we'll get into it a little bit later, you'll be able to retrieve that document. And guess what, guys? That is the only way I know, and legal people know, that it's valid in a court of law. Smart contracts have not gotten there yet. Eventually, they will get there. But right now, what's legal and binding is a legal, written, and signed contract. And I believe that this is going to open up, our blockchain to some incredible places where now we're having legal documents being stored in our blockchains as backup mechanism, transfer mechanisms. And when they're downloaded from the blockchain, they can take them to a court or a lawyer, and that's the real document as you signed it, as you had it. And that's just for that. In terms of copyright, proof of existence, you can have a song that you wrote. You can actually upload it into our blockchain. You will have a hash. You'll have your private key. And that way, those notes, that particular song that a songwriter could have wrote, it'll be there as a proof of existence at the set time. And we can go on and on and on. We have been in talks with companies that are looking into barcodes. For example, taking pictures of barcodes and different coupons that they may want to store. And the great thing about this is that they can hold their own, private alias name within their own structure and not necessarily have it, being utilized by somebody else in a way via public. What I mean by that is that when you encrypt your alias, which could be a name for the document or your personal name, that alias, again, it's private to yourself. You can also make it public. Now, here is the catch. Whoever makes that alias public first, they will own that alias in a public way where you could send IOC to that particular alias, and they will own it for 220K blocks. So that means that if anybody else has already registered that alias, then you are not going to be able to use it. Therefore, your private alias will be blocked from going public, and it will only be used within the confinement of your UI, your private keys, and your wallet. So the good thing about that is that if two people want to do house contract, and register that, and that will be attached to a unique set of keys within your wallet. So everybody has the capability and possibility of doing their name and storing that particular document or that particular, deed to their own wallet. At this time, this has already been implemented. We're currently testing it, and this is one of the bucket list items that we were talking about. It was called the checkbox for data upload, encrypted data upload. So we are still within the bucket list. We haven't gone anywhere else. We're right there, and this was one of the items that we wanted to do within, our items to call the block. With this, we're going to now move on to the next thing, and I don't have a drum roll. But let me see if I could up some of this music, because this is going to get me a little excited right here. Yeah. This is for my friend Red Meat. Let's move on to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing to you right now POS Cipher. POS Cypher. Yes, we've been quiet, but this is what we wanted to introduce to you guys today. Guys, it has taken a while, but after much testing, we can now dig in to POS Cypher. What does this entail? Let's go right to it. POS Cypher. We'll be bringing AES-256 encrypted channels and encrypted file storage. The team has just completed the implementation of user-to-user fully multiplexed encrypted communication channels, as well as encrypted file forwarding. The latest changes provide the architectural foundation for the planned encrypted group chat functionality. Both the channel encryption, the file storage encryption use symmetric encryption. The dev team is now refining the backup mechanism for the secret keys that will be added to the API. I'm going to continue now to the block size, 4 megabyte. Some people might not understand this, but I'm going to go right to it. Our block size upper limit is a 4 megabyte. This is a change we considered at implementation in our test environment some time ago with a view to long-term scalability. The 4 megabyte gives a good balance of the document data upper limit of the 2 megabyte versus transaction information. The IO Digital blockchain will be capable of matching transaction handling of future Bitcoin Core Basic 2 megabyte upgrade times 10 due to our 60-second blocks. At times when blocks may not contain any data, the block could fit the full 4 megabytes. What does this mean before I go any further with Cypher? I don't want anybody to get confused. And here goes. We're going to get a little technical. What it means basically is when we're uploading documents into the blockchain, that document has to be compressed. Not only does the document need to be compressed, it needs to be also encrypted. Now, the document has an upper, like we said, limit of 2 megabytes. So the document could have 500 kilobytes, 700 kilobytes. Remember, somebody else could have a 200 kilobyte document. Someone else could have a 1 kilobyte document. They could have a 10 kilobyte document. So we have to have room not to fit one document per block, but possibly a few documents per block, which we get 60-second blocks. Sometimes we get 3 blocks within 60 seconds, depending on who gets the first block. Now, I want everybody to remember that the stakers who are securing our chain are getting these fees. So we are going to have very good incentives for all of the people that are staking our blockchain. Let me get a little bit deeper than that. So we could have a scenario where we're having a lot of IOC transactions, and we don't want those transactions to be held back. We want to have the through output of handling more transactions also, because we see our blockchain increasing in users, increasing in capabilities as we go. And as we have been speaking to some of the companies that are looking into using our blockchain, we needed that cap, we needed that room so that we could properly scale over the next few years. Remember, guys, this is a long-term goal that we're looking at here. Another thing is that we already have Bitcoin Cash sitting at 8 megabytes. So 4 megabytes within the scale of a POS blockchain is extremely doable. We've been testing this now for over a year. We had hinted at sometimes, that we were playing around with 2 megabytes, 4 megabytes, but we feel 4 megabytes, it's right where we want to come into as we bring in POS when we bring in the V.2, Dimes V.2, we'll get into some other things that you guys are going to find incredible as we continue to grow with the blockchain. I'll be able to continue on with more. POS Cypher also brings BIP65. BIP65, why did we do that? We had a decentralized exchange. They reached out to us. They wanted us to basically have those capabilities at launch, and we are going to allow for this to happen, guys. So when we launch, we will have BIP65 in our code ready and enabling decentralized exchange mechanisms for IOC. we're going to remove Coinage, completely remove Coinage. What this is going to do, it's going to allow for our users that are basically downloading our wallet and staking, they're going to have immediate access to the stake rewards. They no longer have to wait 30 days to have the coins to mature and possibly start to see some type of reward. We want people to get right onto the rewards. We want people to feel that they're a part of what we're doing. Sorry about that. We want our again, to have more nodes in our network. So we want to continue to incentivize all of our blockchain nodes, so that we can have more nodes. The next thing is split change optimization. These changes were made to the IO coins so that way, right now when we're staking, a lot of our coins, they tend to split, and it creates way too many change within the wallet and therefore making it slow. So we needed to do that optimization, and this is past Cypher, guys. Big changes coming up. What we have left to do, to call a block. We're implementing the alert message system for the updates to make sure that you guys get an alert when you have to update on block 220. We're also going to do the Chrome fix to buy IOC section. We're going to finish the bootstrap, which is basically now an install script. All these things are minor changes in one medium. And then we're going to do our stress test full wallet. We're hoping that we're going to be done with this within the next 3 weeks. So for everybody that's asking, we're hoping we can do this within the 3 weeks. And with this, I'm going to move on to something really important. We're going to be updating our Dion's white paper. And the reason we're going to be updating our Dion's white paper is because thanks to you guys, we are the winners of the European FinTech Awards. We're in the top 3, guys. Thank you. I want to thank for everybody that was out there voting for us. We are now in the top 3 category, and this got us something really good, guys. Yes, congratulations to the IO Digital team and winners of the public voting contest in blockchain category. We would like to congratulate you with becoming one of the European FinTech top 3 within your category. The European FinTech top 3 is derived from the European FinTech 100. More than 35,000 FinTech enthusiasts have voted for their favorite company. The knowledgeable and top-notch panel of judges assess the promising FinTechs. This means that you are among the most promising and innovative European FinTech companies at the moment. Congratulations. Being one of the top 3 FinTech companies means we invite you to give a pitch at the European FinTech Awards and Conference on September 27th in Brussels. And therefore, it continues on saying that the pitches will be decisive in winning an award at the European FinTech Awards and Conference. As a speaker, you are also invited to the VIP pre-conference event on the 26th of September at the European Parliamentary, and exclusive networking opportunity for all speakers, judges, and partners. So what this means, guys, is that we are going to be heading over to Brussels, thanks to you guys and a lot of people that had voted for us. And I can't say it enough, guys. I'm just really excited. We have worked without an ICO for all this time. We have pushed. Our families have gone through a lot. This award and this nomination that you guys, got us with all the hard work, it's going to get us now to pitch over at the European FinTech Awards. So we're going to be preparing for this, guys. We're going to be updating our white paper. That white paper is also going to be accompanied by a PowerPoint presentation. Richard is going to be heading over to Brussels. So this is going to be big for us, guys. There's going to be, head over to the FinTech Awards website, and you'll see all the companies that are going to be right there. We're going to be in front of some major companies, and we're going to be able to talk to them about our blockchain platform as in IO Digital. And that's another area that I would like to clarify as I'm excited about this FinTech Awards. What I want to update you guys on is basically that we are now, and we have been, IO Digital. IO Digital is the blockchain platform for IOC. IOC is the coin that fuels all the entire platform in terms of the messaging system capabilities, our alias system capabilities, and the document storage capabilities. So if you're holding your IOC, It could be that at some point a company, a development team will need some of this IOC to further their ideas. Therefore, myself, I've been holding my IOC since we started in the Genesis block. I've said that loud and clear. It is in my wisdom and ideas that I've had over the years that I wanted to have my IOC so that I could use them in a private way. Down the line, as we release the upgrade to IO Digital, I will be able to share with you guys, along with Richard, on the ideas that we have in terms of using the IO Coin, IO Digital, and future Chameleon blockchain in our private ideas that we have for profit. But as you all will know, IO Digital is a foundation in the Netherlands. It's a non-for-profit foundation. Any donations that we receive go to pay for development and go to pay for things like we just said, that Richard is going to be now heading over to Brussels, going to be getting on a plane. He's going to be heading over to be preparing himself. And there's 2 days that he'll be absent from his current daytime work so that he can pitch for us at the FinTech Awards. With this said, guys, I think that, this has been something pretty big for us, because now it's kind of aligning with the fact that we're going to be launching, Dions. It's been a long wait. I want to thank everybody that's been waiting, along the wings for this update. And I'm going to go ahead and escape out of this real quick, exit. For those, since we had a PowerPoint for today, it was a powerful presentation. I want to go right ahead just to make sure that you guys can see that everything is still fine with the wallets. We're logging in. Here we are. Everything is still fine, guys. So structurally speaking, all we have to do now, guys, is come to this section in the Dion section. And after basically we create this section, and let me just say that. 1 second. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. And let me go into the Dion section as that goes, so that I can share with you guys something. So as you guys can see, here we go. The alias is now encrypted. This is your house agreement. At this point, you'll be able to upload your file. Once that file is uploaded, you can't no longer decrypt that file, because then it will be making it public. So this is the section now. We're going to change those buttons around, make sure that they are not there, so that when you encrypt your document, it's ready to go. So guys, it's minor sections. The buy IO coin section, we're going to be adding a fix to this area so that it no longer has to have this little scrolling issue. That's minor fix. Guys, we're 3 weeks away. If by any chance we don't meet those 3 weeks, please bear in mind that we're going to prepare ourselves for the FinTech Awards. It's very important that we pitch. We're going to try our best to have those wallets ready to go. We want to show the world what we got. We want to show the world how our blockchain, it's not just marketing. We're not here to just do marketing. We're here, guys, to show the world that we are a true blockchain, that we got here with hard work and dedication. And we're going to show the world that we're a long-term project. So for all the people that are out there, I want to thank you once again for everything that you've done for us. I want to thank Richard. I want to thank Derek. And I want to thank each and everybody that's been reaching out to me, and all the companies, all the venture capital companies that are reaching out to us. We have you in mind. We're working very hard. We want to make sure that we're one of the top 10 companies out in the world. Possibly we'll get up there as time goes by. We'll prove ourselves to be top-notch blockchain in this space. Thank you guys for everything, and I'll see you on the next one. We will have one more live. And that live, I hope to be in the FinTech Awards, showing off Dions to the world. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. We love you.